This is the story of how one of the most unpredictable Champions League seasons in years turned the usual favourites into question marks. From Arsenal's unbeaten streak to Liverpool's dramatic downfall, these are the teams rising, falling, and fighting to be the last one standing in Budapest this May. Let's find out who actually has the firepower, depth, and momentum to win the Champions League this year. This season looks different because the structure changed completely. No team has looked sharper so far than Arsenal. They've won all 5 of their matches. Not a draw, not a single loss. Just clean, clinical victories that include a commanding 3-1 result over Bayern Munich. By match day 5, they were the only club still holding a perfect record and had already locked up at least a playoff spot. Their depth isn't just good, it's proving decisive. Against Bayern, Reiss Nelson and Leandro Trossard both came off the bench and scored, showing just how dangerous Arsenal's rotation can be. Manager Mikel Arteta hasn't been shy about their goal. After falling to PSG in last year's semi-finals, he reflected, "We showed a very high level and learned from it. This year, he's focused on changing the club's history. Even opposing coaches see it." Ernesto Valverde, before facing them, called Arsenal one of the favourites to win the Champions League. Right now, they're not just chasing their first title, they're leading the race. Paris Saint-Germain are entering this season as the team to beat, but they were doing it without their biggest star. After winning their first Champions League title with a 5-0 demolition of Inter Milan, in the 2025 final, PSG had to rebuild without Kylian Mbappé, who left for Real Madrid. Even so, their attack hasn't missed a beat. Vitinha, Dembélé, and Kolo Muani have combined to score 15 goals across 5 games. That firepower comes with a price. They have conceded 8 goals, the most of any top 10 side, and their 5-3 win over Tottenham summed it up. Electric going forward, shaky at the back. Under Luis Enrique, PSG are still a threat, especially with a lighter domestic schedule, giving them time to prepare for Europe. But without Mbappé, beating teams like Bayern or Arsenal might not be so simple. UEFA scrapped the old group stage and introduced a new 36-team league phase, where each club plays 8 different opponents. The top 8 go straight to the round of 16, while spots 9 through 24 face off in a playoff round just to get there. It's more unpredictable, more physically demanding, and packed with storylines from start to finish. And since England secured 6 clubs in the competition, thanks to a strong coefficient, and Tottenham's Europa League win, the stakes feel even higher. Bayern Munich haven't just shown up, they've looked serious. With Vincent Kompany in his first season as head coach, Bayern opened strong, including a big away win in Paris. The only blemish? A 3-1 loss to Arsenal in London, their first defeat of the campaign. Harry Kane leads the line with 5 goals. Michael Olise has 4 assists, topping the tournament charts. And 17-year-old Leonard Carl added a stunning goal against Arsenal, making an early case as one to watch. The squad is deep, experienced, and managed with composure. After losing to Arsenal, Kompany calmly said Bayern had to lose at some point. He knows their remaining matches against Sporting CP, Union SG, and PSV should set them up well for a top 8 finish. They've won the Champions League 6 times. They know what it takes. Real Madrid's history speaks for itself. 15 Champions League titles, legends throughout their past. But this season's spotlight belongs to Kylian Mbappé. After his high-profile move from PSG, he has scored 9 goals in 5 games, including 4 in 1 match, and has already reshaped Madrid Esch attack. Vinicius Jr. and Mbappé could be Europe's deadliest duo, but the partnership comes with tension. Reports suggest Vinicius has been unhappy under coach Xabi Alonso, and contract talks have stalled. Meanwhile, Real's defense nearly let a 4-1 lead slip away against Olympiacos, exposing cracks that stronger teams might exploit. Madrid sits in 5th place as of early December, but a crucial showdown against Manchester City looms. It's a test they can't afford to fail. Manchester City, the 2023 champions, know how to win this tournament. but that didn't stop them from making an avoidable mistake. On matchday 5, Pep Guardiola rotated nearly the entire squad. 10 changes in total, and lost 2-0 to Bayer Leverkusen at home. The result snapped a 23-match unbeaten home run in Champions League group play. Guardiola didn't dodge blame. There were too many changes. The first time in my life I've done it, and it was too much, he admitted. Now City sits 6th with 10 points, still in a good position but no longer comfortable. Erling Haaland has scored 5 goals, but beyond him, no one else has more than 1 in Europe. The team has the tools, but to avoid the playoff round and the added risk it brings, they will need results in their final games, including one against Real Madrid. Chelsea weren't expected to make waves this year. Now they're turning heads. After a slow start, including a draw against Qarabag, they crushed Barcelona 3-0 on matchday 5 and outplayed PSG 4-0 in the Club World Cup final over the summer. Estevão, a 17-year-old Brazilian winger, has been a revelation. Christopher Nkunku and Enzo Fernandez bring attacking sharpness, and Enzo Maresca's coaching has helped the squad grow fast. They've picked up 10 points so far and sit 4th in some rankings. It's still early, but no one wants to face them in a knockout tie. Then there's Atlético Madrid. Always physical, always organized. They stunned Inter Milan with a late goal from Jose Jimenez, and now hover around the 8th place cutoff. Diego Simeone said, "We had to endure some seriously difficult moments. And that's how Atleti always survive, with grit, pressure and belief." Liverpool's Champions League campaign has gone off the rails. They've lost 3 of 5 matches and sit in 13th place. A free fall few saw coming. The worst of it came at Anfield, where PSV Eindhoven scored 4 goals in a dominant win, handing Liverpool their 3rd straight defeat by 3 or more goals. It's their worst 12-match run since the 1950s. Former captain Steven Gerrard, speaking on TNT Sports, put it bluntly, "The team is struggling massively. They're on a terrible run. Confidence is at an all-time low." Manager Arne Slot, who led the club to the Premier League title just months ago, now faces pressure from every angle. Even a recent 2-0 win against West Ham hasn't silenced the calls for change. Unless they win their remaining fixtures, they may not even make the playoff round. A collapse of historic proportions. Barcelona sit just inside the top 8, but their performances have been all over the place. They've won 3 and lost 2, shipped goals regularly, and failed to keep a single clean sheet. Marcus Rashford has 4 goals since arriving from Manchester United, while 20-year-old Fermin Lopez made headlines with a 6-minute hat-trick against Olympiacos. But after a 3-0 defeat to Chelsea, where Ronald Araujo was sent off, and their defense looked overwhelmed, even coach Hansi Flick admitted they need to sort out their backline. Last year's runners-up, Inter Milan, are in trouble. They've lost every major matchup and now face a brutal closing schedule that includes Arsenal, Liverpool and Dortmund. Meanwhile, underdogs like Union Saint-Gilloise have pulled off clean sheets in tough environments, and Paphos FC, a Cypriot debutant, earned a dramatic draw against Monaco with a late own goal. These moments won't decide who wins the trophy, but they remind us how deep and unpredictable this new format has become. Betting markets shifted after matchday 5. Arsenal moved into the favourite position at plus 350, passing Bayern, PSG and City. They're the only team with 15 points. Their goal difference is into double digits, and they've beaten top-tier opponents while resting stars like Odegaard and Saka. Right behind them, Bayern sits with 12 points and a soft finish ahead. PSG and Real Madrid also have 4 wins, though both have question marks. PSG on defense and Madrid in the locker room. City dropped to .800 after the Leverkusen loss. Chelsea and Atlético are rising fast, while Liverpool's odds have dropped to powers under 100, and dropping further. The numbers reflect what fans are seeing. Arsenal are the team to beat, but the competition is anything but settled. So who's going to win the Champions League? Right now, Arsenal have the lead, both on paper and on the pitch. But that doesn't guarantee anything, especially in a season where no team looks invincible. Whether it's Real Madrid chasing a 16th title, Bayern regaining their crown, or PSG proving they can win without Mbappé, the final in Budapest will be earned, not handed out. One thing's clear, this isn't a one-horse race, it's a slugfest, and the best is still to come.